What is up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to I Wanna Be The Boshy on Rape Mode. In this episode we will fight against the secret Cheetahmen boss. To get to this boss you first have to do a few screens in this world, in Mylon's secret castle. Let's see if I can again speedrun this part. I'm really surprised that I was able to speedrun this part that well on my Rape Mode playthrough. That was close, but yeah, that was actually pretty good again. I'm glad that I got this part down that well. And the entrance to the World of Warcraft area is right on the next screen, so it won't take long until we get there. And I'm really not excited for this boss. This boss is on every other difficulty just horrible, so if he's actually harder on Rape Mode, then this won't be fun. Alright, you can save here, but what you have to do is you just have to click on account name, type in anything and hit enter. And now you get to the really fun part. Here some Tauren will charge at you, as you can see, and you can't really know how fast they will come at you, so you should always jump when entering a new screen. And yeah, it's pretty much impossible to avoid some of them, so this world is very, very luck based and random.
It's Boshy time.
There we go. That was pretty fast. And you will get to another random part. Here you have to avoid these dragon eggs, and if I'm really slow and careful then it never works, so what I try is I try to rush it so that there aren't many eggs on the top. And there we go. And you don't get a save, you first have to avoid these soldiers. You can't jump here, so you have to avoid them all without jumping, which isn't too hard. You can save yourself pretty often, pretty easily. That was bad. But there we go, this is the boss. Here you have to get near the king, and then you can just shoot to accept. You can also, with your mouse, select one of those choices. If you click never, what happens is he kills you. For this boss I think I have a pretty solid strategy. If you do exactly what I do for every attack, you should be able to avoid them, but even if you have a solid strategy, for some reason this boss is still very hard. I still die a lot of times, and I'm not really sure why. I will show you just, of course, the whole fight, and I hope you can understand. This boss really isn't fun. Now here you should always single jump, so you can save yourself with your... That's of course another random part. These wolves, you just have to hope that they don't destroy too many blocks. Of course, always try to single jump, but if there are too many wolves, then double jump. That was pretty good, and now stand here and shoot this guy. He will get faster and faster, so you can't take too long. And now the bees, I also have a strategy here. I start at the left side, then quickly go to the right side, avoid the bees here, and then go back to the left side. And then avoid these last bees. And that was it. Now the ape is probably my least favorite attack. You just have to quickly kill him so he doesn't go crazy at the end and kill you. Yeah, there we go, that was pretty good. If you take too long, he will start throwing bananas like crazy, and you can avoid that. And now bounce off these platforms and shoot the Cheetahmen in the middle. Yeah, that was bad. I should have stayed at the right side. But hey, those were pretty good first few attempts. I will start cutting it so it doesn't take too long. Even with my strategy, which I think is pretty good, I still... yeah. This is, in my opinion, an incredible attack, or phase, even this right here. It is pretty hard, but it's so... I think it is well balanced. You're never really screwed, you can't always save yourself if you play well enough. I really like this whole phase here. And now a fake out. The three of them will come back, form into a giant one, and you have to avoid these laser bombs, which is pretty hard, but of course every now and then these tornadoes will fall down, and this attack, or this whole phase, is probably the worst part of this whole boss fight. I'm very happy that this ape attack is going so well. I have to stop doing that. Now what I like to do is I like to think that I'm safe if I have a double jump, so you shouldn't count on your double jump too much. And there we go, back to this phase. The first tornadoes that fall down are probably the worst ones to avoid, because they shake around. As I've said, the worst phase by far. Whoa, that was very close. Now please quickly break the platform and let me live. Thank you. And here I just have to say that you really shouldn't focus on killing him quickly. This isn't a hard attack at all, but if you do have trouble with this attack, you can just take a lot of time, because as you can see, I'm just not shooting him, and he does get faster and faster, but even if he's really fast... See? That might have been a little bit too long, but yeah, I hope you can see that you do have a lot of time to kill that guy. Okay. If I can... Wow, that was an incredible save. Wow, that... I really did not expect to do this. That was really great. That was an awesome save. I'm really proud of that. And now, of course, I will die to this phase, because it's just so insane. Yeah, the tornadoes, I just can't time it correctly. What? Look at that. That is just the fairest thing I've ever seen in my life. This is by far the worst quest I was ever sent on. You can send me on a quest to defeat Solgryn. You can tell me to beat this game on any difficulty, but beating this boss is just the worst thing ever. Absolutely no fun. And I am obviously having a lot more trouble with this boss than Solgryn, so yes, I will agree that this boss is harder than Solgryn. At least if you have fought against both of them already. If you know all of Solgryn's attacks, he's not too bad, which, by the way, it's just amazing how I was able to beat him on my, what, like third attempt? But this boss is just always horrible. Even if you know his attacks, like I do, he's still so annoying to beat. The bees aren't too bad, the ape isn't too bad either. It's just all of his attacks combined that make him this incredibly annoying boss. This phase, however, is, as I've said, incredibly fun. If the whole fight would only be at this phase, I would love it. Let's do this. I'm ready for you, Cheetahmen. Please just die. You can't have this much health. What? I don't care what you're saying, but that counts as a victory. That was so unfair, how that last tornado just moved around in the last second. That's just my final answer, lock it in. This boss is defeated and I am done with Boshy.